Alrighty, everyone, let's get this party started and by getting our way to camp first. But we did just save Redcliffe Castle, got our first allies, the mages. However, the Arl is not up yet. To do so, we must go to Denerim to find this brother who could handle it. But on the way, we do have a few things here. We have a caravan, we have some refugees, as well as the Brazilian outskirts for the elves. More than anything, let's get a night's rest. Boop, boop.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Arl's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. Well, it makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Arl that much.
If we can stop the blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
I love you, Alistair. You have the same kind of sarcasm as me. But I'm going to show you the system because they did jump on me before I had this ready. This is the gift system. Each person has a different set of gifts they like. So for Alistair, he likes these runestones, as well as obviously
Is that for me?
some other stuff here.
Really?
Right here, I don't believe he has anything else.
Wow!
He's super happy. I don't believe there's anything else here. I don't remember where the steel bracers go. So I'm going to leave those for now. So I try to remember. Usually jewelry goes to Morrigan, but bracers I do not believe are one of them. It obviously doesn't go for the doggy. Or for Alistair. Alistair's pretty much done after that. We're going to leave Morrigan to last because she's got a unique one. Buddy here does not have any. Liliana likes things like, where is it? The Chantry Amulet.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
As well as another item that we'll get in Orzammar. Actually, a decent amount in Orzammar can be grabbed. Next up we have, of course, Sten here. Funnily enough, Sten actually likes a lot of fucking paintings. One of them is the Silver Frame Still Life.
I am impressed. My thanks.
And the Water Stain Portrait as well.
Unexpected. Thank you.
This is how you make people like you, by the way, especially when you're a dick. So the Rose of Orlais goes to Win.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
Then, of course, let's see who else we have. We have the last one, Morrigan. So, as I mentioned, she does normally like jewelries. This one's a bit special. The rest are for people we don't have. We have an alcoholic, so all those booze goes to him, and the guy who likes gold. So, we should be getting that guy soon. I believe silver chain.
A fine gift. You
Yeah.
have my thanks.
I don't know who the ring goes to. I'm going to save that for now. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I'll have to look up the rest, to be honest. Those are the ones I really remember off the top of my head. And then this one, the Black Grimoire. It's always important to pick
What?
this sucker up.
You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
So that's probably the most important thing to grab out of the Mage's Tower. Especially if you want a... It is a big boost to happiness with Morgan, so good thing for a romance if you want for her. But it also is just big for because it's a unique one. Oh, what do you hope to find within?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
And it starts a new quest as well. Ooh, nice. We got some nice new abilities. Yeah. As they like you. Yep, here you go. New quest, Flemeth Grimoire. You needed to activate that quest. And it actually helps you along with getting a optional boss fight. Here we go.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Now let's talk a bit more with our companions right now. We got some time. We just won't save the day twice.
I
Tell me a bit
suppose
about your
since
story.
You told me about you being a Grey Warden. It's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Well, lost glory.
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Yep. Well, what happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost Tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And now here you are.
Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Well, you didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Well, that was very generous of you.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Sandal's the best, and he's probably one of my favorite characters to be a continuing character. Don't believe he's an Inquisition, but he at least isn't two, and he is the best boy ever, Sandal. But let's see some of
I'm
his
sure
goods.
you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yep. Well, before I talk to some other people, I do need some stuff. I need some more flasks. I can take 50. Yeah, I'll take 99 more. Basically, I've unlimited of them you can get. And let's get... These are some unique ones, by the way. These are unique ones, that's why I'm not doing them. If I need to, I will. Yeah, he doesn't have any of the other things I need. Alright, well, let's talk to some other boys. Let's go with... Stian.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
What is that supposed to mean? I think you... yeah. I go, 1 or 3. Now, what is that supposed to mean?
Callow? It is a word in your tongue. It means without feathers, as a new-hatched bird.
Why would you expect me to have feathers?
Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
I was sent to be the eyes of the Antom. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
And don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
Alright. Well, when are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
And why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Alright. Let's go.
As you wish.
There is an item he needs. I'll quickly grab it, probably on the next episode after we finish talking to everyone today. It's going to be a boring one, I know. But we have to go through the camp dialogues, get extra quests. He is missing a sword that you can find in Redcliffe, which is why I'm going to grab it before I go. He needs the sword to be able to return home. It is his shame. But you'll discuss a bit more about it later. Alistair.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar even if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
And I thought Templars wore heavy plate mostly.
That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
Ah. You have a lot of pillow fights, I take it?
Pillow fights? I mean, no, of course not. I meant sword fights. With rusty swords, dripping with acid. The kind that puts hair on your chest. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Well, then make up something more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. You're all right. If you're really curious, then I'll tell you. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
And what did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Not anymore, no.
We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
That was a good conversation. After all this is over, we're going to have to think about a real home again. I like that. Why are you barking?
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Trying to scare my dog. Don't listen to Alistair, he's full of rubbish.
Hey!
Hey, my little doggy.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my
no.
pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Now, why doesn't he share his food with me?
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady. She doesn't like your gifts. She's not being grateful.
I don't want it, you worthless
Aw,
fur bag.
how could you be mean to the dog? I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
I'm sure you're exaggerating.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
All right. Go ahead. He is getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
Poor doggy. He doesn't like his bath. I'll just watch them.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
I love all the interactions with the dog. Alright, well, trying to find your way to the center of the earth. Yep, through the earth. Have fun digging. It's gonna take you some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. Well, that's all the interactions with the dog now. I love the dog's interactions. They're the best. Alright, let's go. Oh, he's still barking, which means there's still stuff to do. Alright, there we go. Oh. Yep, that's it. Alright, perfect. That is the default one. So we are good. See ya. You have fun. That should stop his barking. Yeah, so by the way, if he's barking, it means there's an interaction to do.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the Blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do, but that day the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw, but there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Well, and this made you want to help me.
In my dream I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
Well, I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Alrighty, and there is another conversation with her.
Yes?
Like to talk?
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's chat tree?
What is meant by someone like me?
They don't teach you to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Well, why were you seeking safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Sure. She's still lying to me, but that's fine. Wien?
Oh, it's been a long day.
Newest...
Rest would be welcome.
Her newest companion? Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person.
Ha, very funny. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Hey, don't say those things. We still need you.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
Well, thank you for that, Win. Anything else?
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling, yes?
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Why do you care so much about this? Well, that's a simple question. A bunch of mages died. Well, if one retains their humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
No problem, Win. I'm sure there's no foreshadowing in that conversation whatsoever. Alrighty. Our final companion, Morrigan.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Yes. How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother seems to have been doing this for a long time then. Or has been doing this for a long time then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
There have been Dalish keepers that use a similar magic.
Oh? Then I have no doubt your people do much to keep their talents well hidden from humans. I wonder if I was to ask one of your keepers of the origin of their magics, if there would be any relation to what I was taught.
We don't know much about their origins, I'm afraid. Now, that would be intriguing, wouldn't it?
I may even ask my mother about it some day, though I doubt she would tell the truth of it even so. Such is her way.
Do you spend a lot of your time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
What do other animals think of you when you've changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
That's all I want to
Indeed.
ask.
Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Oh. Maybe tied to a flagpole and tickled.
What a bizarre thing to say. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
There we go.
Yes?
Reaching 30 minutes.
So, full of questions, are you?
2 more conversations here. We'll probably wrap up this one. I'll get the item. Probably... No, you know what? I'll grab the item, jump back in for Sten. I don't know if I still can, but let's see. No, let's do
Yes?
this one.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Let's do these. Un.
What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely.
Do you object?
Not unless you stop.
There we go. But yes. Because I'm a sim for Morrigan and I always have been. If you see me playing RPGs, I tend to have a type. So much so that my buddy can usually tell what character I tend to romance. Immediately. But let's grab this one.
Yes.
No, let's grab Sten.
Yes.
Double layout.
Yes.
And win. We are going to go make our way back to Redcliffe, and I will show you the place. We'll do the conversation. We'll probably end the episode with that. Little camp scenes. Then we'll make our way to the forest. That'll be fun. Making our way to the forest. Alright. Con-wise, we need to get that as high as possible. Perfect. That should be perfect. We haven't unlocked Reservoir, and we're probably not going to. Let's make him a champion. No, he doesn't get any of these. That's right. You need to be tapped. There we go. We can adjust his tactics in a bit. I'm not expecting much combat, and even if we are, whatever, he's a little stronger. 30 strength is a lot, though his con is not up to par. So he's got 208 health. Alistair has 233. I have 185, and Wynn has 127. However, stamina-wise, 165. He is 180. Alistair's stronger all around. His strength is lower. However, he's not meant to be doing all the damage. That's usually meant for things. He's the main tank, main DPS, secondary DPS, and of course support in this party. I am weirdly talkative about output or team inputs today. I guess it's just because so much camp conversation. I feel like we should discuss a little bit of conversation here. So we would unlock this.
Very well.
There we go. Hey, you mofos.
Oh, it's you. The one they're all talking about. Shouldn't you be out there celebrating with the rest of them? Go on, out!
Could use your help with the Darkspawn.
If I wanted to fight Darkspawn, I'd have stayed in Orzammar. No thanks.
And who are you?
Name's Dwyn, and this is my house. Private property, as they say. Go celebrate or whatever it is.
Yep, I'll definitely be going. There should be a item somewhere. I might not be able to get it, which might be pretty funny if I can't.
Huh, you again. Go celebrate or whatever.
I might not be able to actually get the item. So there's usually an item you can grab from this chest, which has his sword, which I might have fucked up. We might not be able to get Sven's sword, which means he's stuck. I think you might have to talk to him about it. We'll find out later. Luckily, that motherfucker's not dead, and he'll stay alive. But it's right in there. It's that chest in the corner. If you do get the quest for it, or if you didn't screw it up like me, I don't remember if I screwed it up with that. That's where it is. And the reason I broke the lock is because I realized I would probably forget to do it. From there, let us head to the forest and see if we can get our next companion. Because he is coming up soon. And he's the one who likes the gold bars. And he's another foreigner. Goddamn foreigners. All these damn sham. He's not even a sham. It's actually Elvish. Which is why we're going to the Brazilian forest, I promised. And it's definitely the Brazilian forest, not Brazilian. Sounds so similar. Nah. What we're going to do is we're going to grab those two little events. So the refugees and the caravan. And then we'll go to the forest. Making our way to Denerim slowly. And probably rotating ourselves back around. Going to Orzammar. And possibly the Urn. But let's go to the refugees first. Lothran is destroyed. Combat. Interesting. Oh, never mind.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Oh, damn, there's a wagon under attack. We better get going. Just because there is a wagon under attack, let's get some help. Summoned beforehand.
Quickly.
And we're ready to go. There's a wagon under attack. Let's get going, boys.
Look there. A cunning trap.
Trap? Where? Oh, there's a trap.
It's a trap!
Oh, damn, it's the crow. We have been ambushed, it seems.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Oh, and she's a mage. That is not good. It is not good at all. Go get him.
Oh!
Ow, I've been immobilized. Go get him, boys.
This old body can only take so much.
Alright, Alistair, you take a health potion. Sven, you take a health poultice. Wynne, you take a lesser health poultice.
Next time! It's a gotcha!
We might actually lose. This is a very tough fight.
Oh, the fool thing!
Wynne needs Lyrium potion. Let's go lesser. Alistair needs lesser.
I love this game.
Wynne has revival, so let's pop a revival on Sven. That should be Sven over there.
Not allowed.
Alright, Sven is up. You need a full healing potion. Tried to trigger that trap, but that is now tapped. Sven is down again. Whoa, motherfucker. He does not have enough con. Yeah, he's getting targeted too often without enough con. Alright, let's go. Wynne, you need another Lyrium potion. Alright, they're down. The assassin's right behind me. You get him.
It shall be done. I shall do it.
Oh, really?
Alright. Wynne, you take another Lyrium. Also, you don't have another revival paired, so you get over here.
Enough!
There.
They're making their way around. That's fine. Trigger the traps. Bear going as well. They've got them there.
I will not allow it.
This is also another very difficult fight because it's a lot of DPS here. And you saw with Sven, they can get dropped very fast. Wake him up and talk to him.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
Well, I have some questions.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
And who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
And how much were you paid?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Why are you telling me this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
And aren't you paid to at least be loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
Oh? I'm listening. Make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause. So let me serve you instead.
Can I expect the same amount of loyalty from you?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing. In which case, I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
Well, and what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Oh, very well. And what do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Very well, I accept the offer.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry about it. We could use him.
All right. I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
But we are desperate. Incredibly desperate.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
There we go. Our next companion comes at the end of a very difficult boss fight. But now we have Zevran, another rogue, which puts us at 2 rogue NPCs. He's actually level 11. God. 2 warriors, a dog, and 2 mages. So we should get another warrior. Yeah, I think we only have 1 non-DLC companion left. Look at that. Also, Alistair disapproves. Yeah, that's fine. He's a net positive. Cough and blood, Injury kit heals 2. And Sven no longer has any injuries. Perfect. Definitely one of the tougher fights. Let me take a look at Sven's armor. I never updated that, is probably the issue. He also doesn't have a lot of health. Alright. Let's get a better helm on him. Actually, that's probably the best one. And he doesn't have the strength for the higher chainmail gloves, because that's 32.
As you say.
Ooh, a silver bowl. Nice. That's not a gift, that's just sellable. Friends of Red Jenny, we got a new codex upgrade. So this task was never promised to be easy. You said you could enter the Circle Tower and you were believed. Find the small painted box in the first enchanter Irving's office and deliver it to the door marked in Denerim. Or be prepared to find yourself hunted across Ferelden. So we have a new quest, which will take us back. Oops. I forget that I don't have the layer bottom. There we go. More venom. Actually, does Wynn have herbalism? Yes, she does. We need improved herbalism to start making those, but I can actually make... I would like... Yeah. 2 more of those, because we used a few. Let's rotate around and grab, because there is a death root. I want to make sure there's nothing up here, which there isn't. So we will grab the death root. Death root and the loot. Diplomacy Assassin. Nice, 2 silver. The bear has been working out surprisingly well. Hopefully with these upgrades to Sven's armor, he should do a bit better.
I shall do it.
But I do need to increase his con is the issue. But we have a way to test it. Let's go see these refugees. Well, they're under attack. I just saw chain lightning. Get into this fight.
Let us end this!
Ooh, I went down. Damn, we already lost 2. Get myself back up. Yeah, Sven is dropping too fast. He is not ready. This may not be a fight we can win. Yeah, this is not a fight we can win. Oh, we lose. Oh boy, that's not good. That actually might not be good. I don't think we have a recent save. Yeah, load last save. We might have to go all the way back, which means I'm going to cut the episode here, catch back up to it, and roll from there. Refugees are not good enough to win. That's not good. Yeah. Well, I'll see you next time. I got to redo everything.